It begins as a whisper, an ordinary forest under an ordinary Arizona sky. But then, the Earth simply vanishes, opening into a hole in time itself. This is the Grand Canyon, a landscape so vast, it feels like a dream made of stone. At the very bottom, a river flows, a silent sculptor that has been carving for eons. Today, Magellan descends into the great abyss to uncover the planet's secrets. It is a place that defies human scale, making our greatest cities look like toys. Here, light and shadow play a game that has lasted for 6 million years. It is 277 miles of jagged peaks, deep gorges, and silence that speaks volumes. 6 million people stand on this edge every year, yet few truly see what is beneath. To understand the canyon, we have to travel back, way back, before the first human. Every layer of color is a different chapter in the history of our world. At the rim, you are standing on a seabed that is 270 million years old. As we descend, we pass through the eras of dinosaurs and ancient swamps. These walls have seen the rise and fall of entire mountain ranges. We find life that existed before the continents had even drifted apart. Standing at the base, the sky is just a thin blue ribbon high above your head. Life here is a battle of endurance against the heat, the wind, and the rock. But the river is the true master here. A force that never, ever stops. It carries 500,000 tons of sediment every single day, grinding away the earth. This is Act 1 of our journey. Welcome to the heart of the Great Abyss. Geologists call the Grand Canyon a time machine. But there is a glitch in the record. Right here, 2 layers of rock touch, but they are separated by over 1 billion years. 1 billion years of Earth's history has simply vanished, eroded away before the canyon formed. While the land was being pushed up, the river was cutting down, like a hot knife through wax. At the base, we find the Vishnu schist. It is nearly 2 billion years old. These rocks were once the roots of a mountain range as tall as the Himalayas. Today, the Colorado River looks peaceful. But don't let the reflection fool you. When the river hits lava falls, it becomes a chaotic engine of destruction. The water here carries boulders the size of cars, using them to grind the canyon deeper. John Wesley Powell, a one-armed veteran, was the first to map these liquid stairs. Powell didn't know if he would find giant waterfalls or underground tunnels. He found something better, a window into the deep past of our planet. Everywhere you look, there are traces of ancient life, from lizard tracks to dragonfly wings. This white layer was once a vast, Sahara-like desert that covered the southwest. Below the dunes, we find mud from a sea that dried up long before the first dinosaur. The canyon acts as a massive prism, changing colors based on the angle of the sun. For the creatures that live here, the canyon isn't a view, it's a fortress. Hidden springs create lush oases in the middle of this vertical desert. It is a landscape that feels eternal, yet it is changing with every rainstorm. We have touched the bottom. Now, we must look at the people who call this abyss home. While the geology is ancient, the human story of the canyon is equally profound. Humans have called these walls home for over 12,000 years. To the tribes of the Southwest, this isn't just a park. It is the place where their people began. Deep in a side canyon lies a miracle, the home of the Havasupai, the people of the blue-green water. This striking color comes from calcium carbonate in the water, creating an oasis in the desert. Accessible only by foot, mule, or helicopter, this is one of the most remote villages in America. Here, life moves to the rhythm of the river, far from the reach of the modern world. On the canyon walls, the ancient ones left their marks, spirals and hunters frozen in time. For the Hopi, the canyon is a gateway to the spiritual realm, a place of emergence. But for the early European explorers, the canyon was seen as a terrifying barrier. It was a blank spot on the map, a useless gorge that blocked the path to the west. That changed with the arrival of the railroad and the birth of American tourism. By the early 1900s, the useless gorge had become a national treasure. Architect Mary Coulter wanted the buildings to grow out of the rock, mimicking the earth. Today, the canyon is also a sanctuary for species once on the brink of extinction. With a wingspan of 9 feet, these birds are the true masters of the canyon's thermals. Below them, Bighorn sheep navigate trails that would make a world-class climber tremble. Hidden at the very bottom is Phantom Ranch, the only lodge below the rim. It is a reward for those who brave the punishing descent through the heat layers. But the beauty of the canyon is matched only by its danger. Respect is the only way to survive. The canyon is a place of peace, but it can turn into a trap in a matter of seconds. In the summer, the monsoon season brings storms that are as beautiful as they are deadly. A storm 10 miles away can trigger a flash flood, sending a wall of water down a dry-side canyon. These floods are the canyon's secondary architects, moving boulders that the river cannot. Then there is the heat. At the bottom, temperatures can soar past 120 degrees Fahrenheit. The inverted climate means it can be a winter wonderland at the rim and a furnace at the base. But the greatest change to this environment didn't come from the clouds, it came from us. The Glen Canyon Dam changed the Colorado from a warm, muddy river to a cold, clear one. This change in temperature nearly wiped out the native fish that evolved here for millions of years. Now, scientists must simulate artificial floods to rebuild the sandbars that life depends on. Balancing tourism with preservation is a constant struggle for the Hualapai and the Park Service. With 6 million visitors a year, the Great Abyss is under more pressure than ever before. Every footprint and every piece of trash leaves a mark on this ancient landscape. The canyon is one of the few places left in America where you can see the universe in its full glory. As an international dark sky park, it protects the night just as much as the rock. It is a sanctuary for the quiet things, the creatures that need the darkness to survive. For those who spend the night below the rim, the canyon reveals its true, ancient spirit. Away from the crowds, you realize that the canyon isn't just a view, it's a living entity. But even the oldest rocks must eventually yield to the persistent power of the water. Away from the crowds, you realize that the canyon isn't just a view, it's a living entity. As the sun returns to the canyon, it reveals a truth that we often forget in our busy lives. We live our lives in minutes and hours. The canyon lives its life in millions of years. This place is a physical manifestation of deep time. A cathedral built by the patience of gravity. Even in this harshness, life finds a way to be beautiful, however briefly. If the Earth's history were a 24-hour day, the Grand Canyon only began forming in the last few seconds. To see the canyon is to realize our own insignificance, and our incredible luck to witness it. It is a masterpiece that is still being painted, one grain of sand at a time. The sculptor is still at work. The river will continue its descent long after we are gone. You don't just visit the Grand Canyon. You carry it with you. You don't just visit the Grand Canyon. You carry it with you. It is a reminder that the Earth has a memory, and it is written in the stone. As Magellan continues to explore the wonders of our world, we look for these connections. The stories that remind us of where we came from and where we are going. The Great Abyss is just one chapter in the story of our planet. If you felt the weight of history today, subscribe to Magellan and join our next expedition. Share this journey with someone who needs a reminder of the Earth's majesty. From the river's edge to the highest rim, this is the Grand Canyon. An eternal wound. An eternal wonder. Thanks for watching. See you next video.